What's going on, guys? Welcome back to BMW. Today we're going to be checking out all the different ways that we can program these really cool memory keys, also known as BMW hotkeys. What's going on, guys? If this is your first time on BMW, what we do here is show you guys all the latest BMWs, and not only that, we also do some really cool tips and tricks and hidden features. So if that's something that you guys are into, definitely subscribe to the channel because we put out content every single week, so definitely stay tuned. Also, guys, if you guys like these really cool BMW key fob covers, the link for these are going to be at the bottom of the video. So definitely check that out whenever you guys are all set watching this video. Alright, guys, so for this video, I'm going to show you guys 27 different ways that you can program these really cool hotkeys or memory buttons. Basically, the way that these guys work, not only can you use these for shortcuts for all the radio stations, but for BMWs, you can use this to program any different setting within the BMW iDrive screen that you see here. So for this video, guys, I'm going to show you guys 27 different ways on how to program these guys. If you guys are completely new to BMWs and you're not sure how to use these really cool presets, let me show you guys a quick example. So let's just say, for an example, we want to program a radio station. All you have to do is just go up into media and let's just go into FM. And as you can see, we have all of our radio stations right over here. All you're going to have to do is just click and hold whichever number that you want to program. So for this one, let's actually program this to number 4. So I see number 4 right down here. And as the station is highlighted, I'm just going to click and hold 4 until I hear the beep. There you go. And that's all you have to do in order to program these guys. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get started. Well, for number 1, I actually listed the fact that there's a hidden feature right over here. And if you guys don't know this, which I'm sure many of you already do, but for those who don't, you can actually hover your finger and get a preview for what is already set up right up there. And just note that I'm not pushing the buttons. I'm literally just hovering my finger across these buttons. You can see what all your presets are. So that was just number 1, guys, but I did want to mention that for those who don't know that. All right, guys, for number 2, we're going to program one of these guys as a button for Synchronize to synchronize both of these two temperatures. Now, if you guys don't already know, BMWs, they don't have a sync button no more. Many people are not aware that their BMW does have a Synchronize button, but you do have to go into menu to go look for it. So what we're going to do is actually go into the menu, highlight Synchronize, and pre-program to, let's just say, for example, number 8 right over here. In order to do that, we're going to go up into menu, and then you're going to get this screen right over here. And we're just going to go straight down to where it says Synchronize. Just highlight that, and then you can go ahead and program that to whichever one. So I just programmed that to number 8. And now watch this, guys. If the temperatures were completely out of sync, and if you wanted them to be in sync again, you don't have to push this all the way down to match that. All you have to do is just hit your hotkey right over here. And as you can see, it does sync both of the temperatures just like that. Now, guys, for number 3 is also really cool because you can program either the news or the weather to one of these guys right down here. So for that, if you wanted to do that, just go into apps, and then if you go over to where it says installed apps, you want to get to the screen where you can see all your cool apps. Now just highlight the one that you want to set. So for this example, we're going to do the weather, and let's just click and hold whichever number. And as you can see, we do have the weather right up there too. Now if we actually click on weather, or now if we actually click on the hotkey, you actually see the weather pop up just like that. And let's just say, for example, you want to do the news too. Well, just go back to this page, and right down here they actually have one for news as well. So right down here is going to be the last one. Just pre-program that as well. Just wait for the beep. And as you can see, I just hit this key and now the news just popped up. Number 4 is probably my favorite one of all time. And this one's really great if you guys use Apple Carplay, which is the majority of all of the drivers these days. So guys, for these buttons, if you're connected to Apple Carplay, you cannot use these buttons to control your Apple Carplay, which does stink a little bit. But I'm going to show you guys a really cool trick that you can use to go straight into Apple CarPlay Media or Apple CarPlay Maps. So guys, for number 4, let's actually do it for media. So if we go straight into media, now my phone is not connected, so you're not going to see Apple CarPlay here. But if your phone is connected to Apple CarPlay, you're going to see Apple CarPlay right along here. And my phone was connected before, so I did go ahead and already set this up. So I pre-programmed it to number 1, but as you can see, I actually pre-programmed Apple CarPlay Audio, which was right along here. And if my phone was connected to Apple CarPlay, and if I hit this hotkey right over here, it actually goes to the app that is playing music in Apple CarPlay, which is really cool and very useful if you're jumping around screens and you just want to go back straight to your music player on your Apple CarPlay. But you can do the same thing for maps. So for that, you just want to go straight down to where it says navigation or nav. And the same story here too. So basically, if you were connected to Apple CarPlay, you would see Apple CarPlay Maps right along here too. And again, I already pre-programmed this one, but I did want to show you guys. So I pre-programmed this one to be number 2. But yeah guys, maps and Apple CarPlay is what you want to see. Now you could be in whichever screen, and of course if you hit number 2 right along here, it would go straight into Apple CarPlay maps or whichever map you were using in Apple CarPlay. Super useful. Number 5 is one of my favorite ones, and if you're an M-Car driver, you have to do this one no matter what, and I'll show you why. So basically, you can actually do it for sport displays as well too. So in order to do that, you're gonna go into car, and then you're gonna go on the first one where it says driving information. Once you go into that, you're gonna see all these different ones that you can choose from, and the one that we're gonna do for this one is gonna be sport displays right over here. So just highlight that, click and hold whichever number, wait for the beep, and I'm just gonna go to the home screen right over here. But now if I were to hit number 6, which is the one that we programmed that to, check out this really cool sport display that you can now hit as a shortcut from right over here. Number 7 is also pretty much the same thing, but for the trip computer. Now for that one too, you're just gonna go straight into car once again, and once again you're just gonna go into driving information. Now trip data or trip computer is gonna be this first one that you see right over there. And again, let's just click and hold that one as well, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. But I'm just gonna go ahead and hit it from this screen. And as you can see, now we have it programmed to one of these hotkeys, and whichever screen that I drive and your trip computer or trip data would pop up right over here, and you can keep track of how you're driving. Number 8 is also a really cool one if you like to change the interior lighting within your car. But for that one, if we go into car, and if we go down to where it says settings, and we're going to scroll over to interior lighting, which is right over here. Now for this one, you do have to save it right at the menu right over there. If you go into it and try to save one of these guys right here, it won't work. So let's just go back one more screen, and let's just click and hold this, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. We're just going to go back to the home screen right over here, and then hit interior lighting, and that brings you straight into this screen right over here. And now you can change your lighting super quick and super easy. Number 9 is a great one, and is especially great if you have multiple phones connected to your car and you often switch off phones. So we're basically going to program mobile devices straight into one of the hotkeys right here, and let me show you guys what that is. So if you go up into comm or communication, and if you click on mobile devices, then it's going to bring you straight to this screen right over here, which has all these different phones, and it's super easy to switch off phone, so you don't have to go digging through the menus that you see right over there. So I'm going to program that to number 5, for example. And now let's just say, for example, your wife wanted to connect her phone as the primary phone. Well, you can just tell her to press 5, and now right over there it brings you straight to the phone screen, and it's super quick, super easy to switch off phones. Number 10 is going to be driver profiles. So if you're somebody, or if you're in a family where you guys switch off drivers a whole lot, so for that one you just want to go straight into where it says car, and you want to go straight down to where it says driver profiles. So you can actually go ahead and pre-program that as well. And now if you guys were switching off drivers and you just quickly wanted to change your driver profile as well, you can just click on it, and now it brings you straight into the screen where you can switch off driver profiles. All right guys, number 11 is very useful, and I would highly recommend this one. So for number 11, we're going to set up a presets menu shortcut. So for that, just go into media where we have presets right over here. So what presets basically is a collection of all your favorite stations, and what we're going to do is actually pre-program this one as well. And as you can see, now let's just say, for example, you just want to quickly change to your favorite radio station. Yes, you can program that specific radio station straight into this guy, but if you have a large collection of presets, you can actually go straight to the presets menu and just use your controller to navigate you straight to the right one. Number 12 is also a really useful one too, because you actually pre-program your home address. So for that, go straight into navigation, and then you're going to go straight into my destinations right over here. Now, if you already have your home address set, you can actually pre-program this. And then as soon as you hit the hotkey, then I'll start to use the BMW navigation to navigate you straight home. Number 13 is also a really cool one, because you can actually set one of the presets up to precondition your vehicle. So this one's really useful if you're going to leave your car for just a quick 15 minutes, and then you don't want the car to be super hot whenever you walk back into your vehicle. So for that one, we're going to go straight into car, and then we're going to go into settings, and then we're going to scroll all the way over to where it says climate control. And then right after that, just scroll down all the way to where it says preconditioning ventilation. And right over here, you can see that the start now is blurred out, and that's just because my car is on right now. But if the car was off, you can actually go ahead and pre-program that to your keys as well too. And it's gonna look like that. And then so let's just say, for example, you're gonna step out to go to your grocery store. All you have to do is just turn off your car and then hit your hotkey. And then while you're in the grocery store, your fans within your car will keep blowing and keep it nice and cool. All right guys, this one's gonna be 13B, as I did accidentally just discovered this one too. So we're going to call this one 13B. For this one, there's a quick way where you can just quickly turn off your screen. But if you guys don't even know how to do that, all you have to do is just hit the option key right down here, which is right beside the back button. Just hit the option key. You can see the option right here where it says turn off control display. And let's just go ahead and set that one up as well too. Now watch this. If I were to hit the hotkey, you're going to see the screen just go completely black. And that's super useful as well too. Number 14, we're going to be doing it for the tire pressure. So for that, guys, you're going to go straight into where it says car. And then after that, you just want to go down to where it says vehicle status. After that, you're going to see the first option that you see right over here. Just highlight that, program that one as well. And then we're just going to quickly go back to the home screen, and I'm going to hit my hot cue for it. And you can see that just by hitting the hot cue, you can immediately see where your tire pressures are and to check to see if you need to fill up your air. Number 15 is very useful if you just are brand new to your vehicle and you're in the stage of trying to learn all the different features that your vehicle might have. Then all the new BMWs, if you were to go into car, they do have a really cool virtual owner's manual that you see right over here. So we're going to program that one as well, because this one might be really useful for those of you who are completely new to BMW and you're using this owner's manual a whole lot to learn about your car. So for that, let's just pre-program that as well. And if I were to hit it, you're going to see this screen pop up right over here. And you can just quickly go ahead and search whatever you're looking for. Number 16 is a really cool one. And I should have done this at the beginning of the video, because as you can see, it literally just keeps on beeping the whole time I move my hand. And I do talk a lot with my hands. But for number 16, guys, we're going to turn off gesture control and have it set up as a toggle switch. So for that, just go into car. And then you're going to go straight up into settings. And then after that, you want to go over to your general settings. And right inside here, you're going to see gesture control. Once you see gesture control right over here, the one you want to program is the very first one that has a check mark right beside that. And as you can see, I'm just going to program that one as well. Now, if gesture control is pissing me off and I just quickly want to turn off that feature, instead of going through all of those menus that you saw right there, all I have to do is hit my hot cue and gesture control is off and it's no longer beeping at me as I'm talking with my hands. Number 17 is mainly just going to pertain to the M cars, because all the M cars, they have this really cool feature. But going back to the screen that we were just at, pretty close to the gesture control one, if we go into car and if we go into settings, then for that you're going to go straight into general settings, and then you're going to scroll down to where it says engine sound. And just to repeat myself, guys, engine sound is only going to be available for M cars as well. We're sitting in the X5 M50, so this vehicle does have this. But if you guys don't know what this one is, basically you can control your engine sound no matter what drive mode you're in. So basically, if you wanted to have the sporty sound while you're in comfort, you can actually do that for this vehicle as well, since it is a M car. So I'm going to go straight into engine sound and program that as well. And right now, this feature is just set to depending on driving mode, but we can actually use that as a shortcut to go straight into here as well too. And now it brings us to this menu, and I personally like to keep my car pretty loud, so we're just going to keep it in sporty. And yeah, again, guys, a lot of people don't know about that one, but no matter what mode I'm in now, it's going to play the sporty engine sound. Number 18 is a super cool one. As you can see, this vehicle does have the head-up display that you can see right over there. And now we're going to set up a toggle switch to turn that on and off. So basically for that one, guys, just go straight into car once again, and then go into settings. The one that we're going to look for is called displays. So displays is right over here. And then once you're in displays, just go up to where it says head-up display. And the one you want to program is going to be this one right over here. We're just going to set that one up as well. So I set that one up to number 4. Now let's just check out our head-up display. As you can see, it is on right now. And I know that's kind of hard to see, so I'm just going to zoom in a little bit more. Let me know if you guys can see that or not. And now I'm just going to hit my pre-program button to turn that off. And now as you can see, the head-up display is completely gone. And just to show you guys once more to turn that back on. As you can see, I just hit the on switch and now it is back on. Number 19, this one's going to go to the experience mode. Now, if you guys don't know what experience mode is, you can change the atmosphere of your car. If you guys don't know what this one is basically to change the atmosphere within your car modes. And if you were to go into here, you can actually see what different types of modes these guys are. If you guys want to know what these different modes are, I'll actually do a separate video on this one too. So let me know if you guys want that done. Basically, you can program experience modes right along here too, and have it go straight into that. Number 20 is really good if you use your app to send addresses to your vehicle. Now, if you guys don't know, you can use your MyBMW app to send addresses straight from your phone straight into the vehicle. So in order to quickly see the address, what we're going to do is go straight to where it says MyBMW right over here. We're actually going to program this one. So for this one, let's just say, for example, I'll do 4. And now if I hit 4, it's going to bring me straight to the screen where we see upcoming trips. Now, if you send your address straight to your vehicle, you're going to hit number 4 or whichever key, and you're going to come straight to this screen, and then you can quickly navigate to your address. Number 21 is going to go to the do not disturb mode. Now, if you guys have a new BMW, I bet you guys didn't know that the vehicle has a do not disturb mode, and I'll show you guys how to get there. So for that, you're going to go into car, and then you're going to go straight into settings once again, and then you're going to go scroll over to general settings, and the one you want to go into is this one right over here, personal assistant. Now in personal assistant, yeah, you do have some really cool features right over here where you can customize your wake word for your personal assistant, but the one that we want to go into is notification display. Now right over here we have some pretty cool options that you guys may have not have known. But let's just say, for example, if you have somebody inside your car sitting in the passenger seat and you don't want them to see whatever is being displayed on the screen, such as personal information or names of whoever is calling you, you can actually pre-program this guy right over there. Or right down here too, we also have do not disturb. So our vehicles, just like our iPhones or whatever, they have do not disturb mode too. So if you want to mute all incoming calls or anything distracting, you can actually pre-program that guy as well. Number 22 is also a really cool one, but you can set up a hotkey for your split screen. So let's just go straight into navigation, and let's just go into the map right over here. Now, as you can see, if you guys use BMW Maps, this one might be a really good one as well. But if I were to hover over to this side of the screen right over here, you can see the option for split screen that you see right over here. So if I were to click on that, you can actually see the option to check on or off split screen. That's the one you want to program. And let me show you guys how this looks. But I'm going to go back to this screen right over here. So if I want the split screen to pop up now, just hit your hotkey. And as you can see, the split screen is right over there. And if you wanted your split screen to go away, just hit 6 now. And it's super easy to get rid of that. 23 is going to go to the voice guidance for BMW Maps. So for that, in order to see that one, you actually have to go ahead and begin to navigate to an address. So I'm just going to put in a random address. I just put in a random address. As you can see, the navigation green line right over here. The vehicle is now actively trying to navigate you to a location. And now you can actually see voice guidance right over here. Now, a lot of people, they like voice guidance for destinations that they probably have not been to, but a lot of people, they do prefer to have that off at certain times. So you can actually pre-program that as well. So I just did that for one of the hotkeys, and now as you can see, I can check on or have her shut up as well too. All right guys, number 24 also has to do with the navigation as well. But if you look right down here, we see alternative routes. If you click on that, you can actually have it go straight into that as well too. The one you want to program is this button right over here. So let's just go ahead and program that. And now let's just say, for example, we're in the home screen once again. If you go hit your hotkey, it brings you straight to the alternative routes. And you can see your alternative routes pop up right along here. Number 25 is also going to have to go to the navigation. But this one's very, very useful. So for this one, you can actually program your hotkey to cancel your route. So super, super easy. Let's just say, for example, we're just going to set that up as well. And now let's just say, for example, you arrived at your destination and your BMW personal assistant is just still rambling on. And if you want her to let her know that your route is finally here and you're done navigating, just go ahead and cancel the route by hitting your hotkey right along here. Now this one's really good, especially if you have an M vehicle, because there's a way that you can program how to measure your engine oil level. So for that, again, go in the car, and then right after that, go straight into vehicle status. And right over here, you can see your engine oil level. So I'm just going to go ahead and pre-program that. And then if you hit your hotkey for that as well too, you can see that it brings you straight to the screen. Now the only thing you have to do is just push down on this guy, and then the vehicle will begin to measure its oil. By doing that, you can pay pretty close attention to how your oil is doing for your vehicle. Alright guys, so these were the 27 different presets that I like. I do know that there's only 8 buttons, so of course, yeah, you can't use 27 presets altogether. But hopefully you can choose a few of the ones that I mentioned and pick out your favorite ones and go ahead and program those to whatever keys you want and go ahead and enjoy that. But yeah guys, as you can already tell, for these little keys right down here, you can not only just use them for radio stations, but also the 27 different things that I mentioned as well too. So definitely go ahead and choose your favorite ones and go ahead and program those to these little guys right down here, and it'll make your drive a lot more easier, a lot more efficient, And not only that, but it'll even make it a lot more safer, because if you're trying to get to whatever menu you're trying to get to, you don't have to go scrolling through all your screens while you're driving. All you have to do is just hit the little guy and you'll go straight to the menu that you're trying to get to. Hope this video helped you guys out. If you guys have any questions, write down below. If I missed any really good ones that you guys can think of, also comment down those below too. So in case if I make a part 2, then I'll include those as well. Hope you guys have a great day. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to be putting out content every single week, as mentioned before. So definitely subscribe, guys, and I hope you guys have a great day. Drop your comment down below, and don't forget to like the video, and I'll see you guys for the next one.